Good afternoon. Welcome to your favorite weekly current affairs program. It is 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Egosa Agmalao. I have with me today a very distinguished personalities who join me dissect the topic that we have at hand, which of course is attacks on Nigerians in South Africa in focus. I have with me the essay to Edo State Governor on religious matters in the state, talking about Pastor or Reverend Egosa Mori. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I also have with us a very distinguished legal practitioner in Edo State, and of course, a clergyman and a very, very respected, highly respected politician in Edo State, Barrister Jimmy Osagede. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you very much.
I have with us a man who contested in the 2016 Edo State governorship election, talking about Amos Irelogbe. Nice to have you with us.
God bless you.
Okay, so the stage is set. It is the outcome or the fallout of the attack on foreigners, especially Nigerians in South Africa. Nigerians see it as a xenophobic attack, but the South African High Commissioner says it's not xenophobic attack, but it's just a sporadic, it's just a spontaneous thing, which of course Nigerians disagree with. I think we're going to start with that. We'll start with Barrister Jimmy Osagede. Now, do you think it's a xenophobic attack on Nigerians, on foreigners, or you think what the South African High Commissioner has said, that it is just something spontaneous, it's not a planned thing?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Let me also use the opportunity to wish the Esama of Benin happy birthday.
Oh, that's wonderful.
First and foremost, we need to understand what that word xenophobia means.
Yeah.
Xenophobia is, is the hatred for other people, especially those who are not from your tribe or from your country.
Okay.
Generally put together, hatred for foreigners.
Okay. Now,
the trend of the attacks that we have been experiencing in South Africa shows that it is not once in a while that is happening. It shows that it's not sporadic, as the High Commissioner tried to put it.
Okay.
As an ambassador of your country in another country, anytime there are issues involving both countries, the first thing you do as an ambassador is to try, no matter how futile the trial may be, to defend your country.
Okay.
So I believe, with due respect to the ambassador, I believe there is a lack of the appropriate, explanation. That is why he said that it's sporadic.
Yes.
Something that is sporadic is unplanned. Maybe for one reason or the other, it could be so spontaneous that it's uncoordinated.
Okay.
But what we have seen in South Africa over time is that, the targets are foreigners. So a sporadic attack does not select nationality.
Okay.
The target are foreigners and principally Nigerians. Over time, it's on record that we have more than, 800,000 Nigerians living in South Africa, even though the South African government says there are less than 30,000. But probably those who are undocumented and those who are documented, that is what is responsible for this disparity. So for me, the xenophobic attack in South Africa is a premeditated attack. And it's an attack that is being carried out by people who are venting their anger against their own system in a wrong way. Because all that they are saying is that the foreigners are here, they are taking our jobs. Some even debate themselves to the extent to say that they are taking our women and the rest of them. Those are the things that does not even make sense.
Yes.
Now, why do you rise up overnight and you are forgetting the fraternity that a country like Nigeria had with you when you could not even raise your head to say that you are from South Africa? We are running all over the place. Nigeria gave a lot of scholarship to South Africans. Even the respected late Nelson Mandela was in Nigeria, Thabo Mbeki, a whole lot of them, they were trained in Nigeria, free of charge, put in posh accommodations and the rest of them. Now you are now overseeing a group of people who are venting their anger in the wrong way against Nigeria. So I would like to say, in summary, that the xenophobic attack is premeditated. It's not sporadic.
Thank you. We'll get the thoughts of Pastor Wosa Omori. Looking at what happened in South Africa, already a lot has happened. Mr. President met with the Vice President and, of course, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Oyema. And after the meeting, Oyema addressed a press conference and made Nigerians know that the government will no longer tolerate what happened in South Africa. Nigeria's ambassador to South Africa has been recalled, and we also understand that the South African High Commissioner has also ordered or asked that the South African embassy and offices be shut down for fear of reprisal, fear of attacks, because of the threats by the Students' Union, and of course we saw a mob attack against ShopRite, against some business concerns of South Africa, some businesses owned by South Africans, ShopRite, MTN, in some states, Uyo, Ibadan, Lagos. But we've also seen the response of the Nigerian government protecting the South African concerns, South African businesses. The police have been drafted to ensure law and order. But those are the fallouts. But Pastor Mori, looking at what happened, what's your take?
First and foremost, let me also congratulate the ambassador,
Okay.
Sir Dr. Gabriel Sawaru Benedium,
Okay.
on his 85th birthday.
Yeah. Thank you.
May God grant him long life
Okay.
and give him good health.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Well, this issue of attack on Nigerians in South Africa,
Yes.
the way I see it is it's a state issue. It's not just miscreants that are really involved. The police of South Africa are also involved in the killing.
How?
Yes, this incident that happened a couple of weeks ago of a young man that was arrested, taken to his own house.
Yeah.
He was clubbed to death.
Yes.
It's on record. It's not as if it was fabricated. So,
But don't you think that's an isolated case?
I'm just trying to let you understand.
Yes.
It's not the first time police are killing Nigerians in South Africa. It's not become a normal thing, just like a common thing. So the makers are doing their own. It's like the state is giving them the leverage to do what they are doing. And that is the more reason, because from what our brother just said, that they are becoming trivial in their way of assessing the whole thing. That the Nigerians are coming to take their daughters and their wives,
Yeah.
and that and all that. Now Nigerians, we are industrialized. All our investments have been bastardized, been destroyed. There was one in the social media that they posted where vehicles were all burnt.
More than 20 vehicles.
Yeah.
Were all burnt. You know, small factories destroyed. So between you and me, it is the state that is giving them the backup. They are being protected to do what they are doing. Because okay, we are not saying that Nigeria here, Nigerians try to retaliate by attacking some of the
business outlets of South Africa.
Look at the way Nigerian police rose to defend them.
Yes.
It never done there.
Yeah.
The moment these boys are on the street in violent attitude, police just stay and allow them to do what they are doing. So that is the main issue. So I remember yesterday too that the ambassador, Nigeria Minister of Foreign Affairs, said there must be compensation. Nigerians have lost so much in South Africa. I know you cannot bring back somebody that is dead.
Yeah.
But every property that they have destroyed, the state is supposed to pay back. So between you and me, the South Africans, they are not fair to Nigerians. They are not fair to us because we've been there for them. We have always been there for them. So we need to, as a country, think of a way out.
Yeah.
Either to bring our people back home. But again, bringing them home, that's the solution.
Yeah, we understand that someone, peace, volunteered to go to South Africa and evacuate Nigerians free of charge.
Those are the stranded ones.
Okay.
But those ones who have been so involved in the economy of South Africa,
Yes.
are they going to close on their shops? Are they going to close on their industries?
Okay.
Okay, you are married to a South African woman. You going to say, okay, let this thing separate me and my wife and my children.
No.
So there are many complications in this matter.
Yes.
So let us just stop there for the
Okay,
time.
let's get the thought of Amos Sarologbe, who's also a peace ambassador. And yeah, what's your take on this?
Yes, let me first of all also congratulate the SMR of the universe
Okay.
on his birthday, wish him more long life, and that God will continue to bless him, and he will live long in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Now, concerning this attack, you see, it did not just start overnight. This is not the first time it started. The first one that started some years back,
Okay.
it was, you know, rough. It was just petted and just swept under the carpet.
Okay.
When this one started, I believe it was induced by some people in the government, which cannot be proven now.
Okay.
You see, before there's any protest or demonstration in the streets, the police are around. They are there. But in this case, the police are aware. But they have to step back. One thing is certain. We are all clamoring, let them come home, let them come home. If they come back home to Nigeria, to do what? What about our leader returnees? Where are they? Are they established? Before we talk about them coming back home, we have to put our house in order. Why did they leave in the first place? I was meant to understand. The reason why some of them left Nigeria in the first place is not because to find greener pasture. There are some people who want to leave Nigeria and say, look, I have money, let me just go and establish, let me just go and enjoy my life there. That is why they left, not because they are hungry. And again, getting there, they are adding value to the economy. Someone once said, he said, if it's because either they are invading tax or they didn't tax or they didn't come with the right paper, let them go back and come back. Those are stories. When we talk about them, some of them came there legally. They have their documents. Before you can register a company, you must produce your visa and all. And these people, Nigerians there, they are well established. They are doing well, adding to the economy. Now, if you ask them to come back, in South Africa, they have 24 hours power supply. Will they come back and meet 24 hours supply in Nigeria? If we're having this thing in place, that's where the government has heard also in Nigeria. Okay. If we have this thing in place, they can say, okay, let me relocate my business back to Nigeria. Let's build Nigeria. Look at Cuba, for example. Cuba became a developed country overnight. How? Fidel Castro of Blessed Memory, he now covered the message, look, let us depend on ourselves. We have all what it takes. Let's stop buying American cars. Let's stop importing this. Let us grow our own economy. If Nigerian leaders now can say, let's do that, I think Nigeria will come back as big giant of Africa. Nigeria is not the giant of Africa now. At all. We've lost our rights. That's why we are not respected. Even the leaders themselves are not respecting us. We don't give a clear, we are not transparent in our dealings. And again, not until we get things right. If someone was suggesting, let us send a reprisal attack, let us war. War is not the solution.
Yeah.
There should be a roundtable conference. Okay, let's come back together. What do we do? Where did you get it wrong? That is what we should think.
But if I may just cut in.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the when President Muhammadu Buhari traveled to Japan to attend the conference there on African development, on the sidelines, he met with the president of South Africa on this issue. And after that meeting, we thought issue of attack will not come up again. And a few days after, we have this serious attack on Nigerians. Does that undermine the meeting between the president of Nigeria and that of South Africa?
It depends on what was discussed.
Okay.
You see, can I come here?
Yeah, come in, please.
You know, in international relations,
yes,
you must follow your discussions with action. You don't just go to a meeting of Committee of Nations and you interact with fellow heads of state and you expect that they will go home and actually do what you agreed. Otherwise, for instance, there's an Africa Charter on Human and People's Rights.
Okay.
Since 1986,
okay,
ratified by more than 50 countries in Africa,
yeah,
including South Africa.
Okay.
There's a court that these issues can go to. When you are discussing with a fellow head of state, if you are a serious-minded president,
yes,
from a country that is well organized, where, you know, criminals are not going scot-free on the street, the other person will take you seriously.
Yeah.
Can you be, you know, you are from a country, with due respect to our president, you are from a country where herdsmen who are supposed to take stick to control their cows are using AK-47. No one has been prosecuted up to now. You are talking to another president that your people are being killed in South Africa. No type of death is bad. Which type of death is even better? Is it not to go and die in a foreign country and say you died overseas? You see, the point is this. Nigeria has so diminished to the extent, that Nigeria is hardly taken seriously outside. When I was growing up, I know of you know, some of my elder brothers and sisters who went abroad to study.
Okay.
They rushed back to Nigeria because it was more profitable working in Nigeria. And those days when you are coming back, the car that you use as a student in America or France, you bring them here.
Yes.
There were no Tokumbos. Those were the only used cars that you find in Nigeria. They were brought by students who were returning home.
After their studies?
After their studies. Now you are in Nigeria. Those people in South Africa, for instance, you know, there are so many dimensions of this issue. We can't, time is not enough, but I'll just mention some of them. Those people in South Africa, you have, you know, thoroughbred professionals also. Yeah. You have experts in medical field, consultants in medicine who are working there. You have professors in universities. You have all sort of people there. You understand? Nigerians. Why are they thriving in South Africa? Because the climate here in Nigeria is unfavorable. Can you now bring somebody who has 24 hours power supply in South Africa to come and be looking for a shop to buy a generator in Nigeria? You know, those are the same. Even the, thank God for, I appreciate the kind gesture of Air Peace. I bet you that plane is not coming back full. It's not coming back full because what are they coming to do? Yes. You cannot expect somebody who has established. Are you sure anybody will the plane? So will come, but it's not going to be full flight.
Okay. You know, stranded ones will come.
Yes. You know, the point is that Nigeria government is not a serious-minded government. You know why? You have to wait all this long. See, America can go to war for the sake of one citizen. I'm not advocating war. You know what happened when American embassy in Iran was, you know, people were held hostage, about 52 of them. America mobilized the whole armed forces and they wanted to take out their citizens by force. How can you fold your arms? And people are being killed, you are talking about sending a delegate. You know, there is a principle of reciprocity in international relations. With the first thing you do, recall your ambassador, which they did recently, it was too late. Recall your ambassador, call their own ambassador here and, you know, find out what is happening. You are talking about sending your police. How can Nigeria police operate in South Africa? To start with, the atmosphere there and the system, the modus operandi there, they are not the same thing. There's a world of difference. You are talking about. The people don't talk about things that don't work.
Okay, but if I may cut in, Barrister Jimmy. Now, don't you think the president is a serious-minded president? Because he actually had a meeting with his South African counterpart in Japan. Yes. Is that not expected of a president, which he has done?
We are not privy to the discussions.
Okay.
We only saw there's no audio, we don't have access to the audio of the discussion. We only saw the photograph on newspaper that, oh, President of Nigeria, Ramaphosa from South Africa, they are discussing. And then the media aides say, we are talking about insecurity. What did they really discuss? You know, what is the tenor of the discussion? Did you have a grip of what is happening in South Africa? Do you have the figures? Are you able to tell them, you know, that if you do this, we will retaliate? I don't support those who are burning ShopRite and the rest of that. Is the people who are working there, they are Nigerians. MTN has employed a lot of people. They have mass everywhere. A lot of communities benefited from that. That's not the answer. Okay. The answer is that let the South African government. You see, I say this with due respect to our president. If you, as a president of a country, does not arrest Fulani herdsmen, let me be blunt, does not arrest Fulani herdsmen for killing innocent citizens, do you have the moral capacity to tell the president of another country to arrest people who are killing your people in their place?
But we understand that so many of those who perpetrated the dastardly act in South Africa have been arrested.
You know, that is just...
now the president, the federal government of Nigeria has also put pressure on South African government to ensure that they are prosecuted. I think these are steps in the right direction by President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration.
You see some of those, you know, thank God that the whole world is now a global village, ITs, you know, you see that when they are brutalizing, burning Nigerians or foreigners, the police, they just fold their hands. And there was a gory picture of a policeman who was just laughing at a burning man.
Yes.
Are they the people who are going to arrest them?
Because
which court are they taking them to?
Okay.
Because the police, for instance, they are the state's custodian of security.
Yeah.
So if they cannot be watching helplessly, a mob is taking place, automatically it's the state that is supporting that mob. Because the rate at which this whole thing is going, it's going to take a different dimension at the end of the day. Because our country response to this whole thing was too slow. The government did not act early enough. They were treating this thing with kid gloves, pretending this thing will fizzle out, before it got to this dimension, it now becomes everybody's war. Mm-hmm. No, the federal government, they are not considering any other thing other than seeing how they can salvage the South Africa problem.
Yeah, that's what is really
that is what's on the front burner right now.
Yes,
the federal government response is too slow. That is the consensus here. You know that Nigeria was the last of the countries affected to withdraw its ambassador. Rwanda, Tanzania, that they have since done that. You know, but I believe that
the economic forum. From what we heard, the president of Rwanda, Malawi, Congo, boycott World Economic Forum holding in Cape Town, South Africa. And Nigeria's government yesterday too announced that
supposedly went there.
Yes, we understand that two Nigerians, Jim Ovia, Obi, they are attending, but these are individuals. They are not.
You see, you cannot be so individualistic that you don't belong to a country. And these are people that are highly placed. Also, this person was a minister in this country.
Yeah, former presidential aspirant.
Former presidential aspirant. So, as far as they are concerned, it's a Nigerian representative. So some of these things people do, they don't do it as if it's not my business.
Sorry, sir, if I may.
Yeah, please come in.
If I may come in.
Come in,
see,
please.
When I said, when the leader is weak, not quick to respond to issues.
Yeah.
There's a parable in Benin that says, if you put your cloth on the floor, those that don't have respect on it will, either tramp on it or play with it.
Yes.
So, first of all, our leaders are to be held responsible. Number one. Then number two, we're talking about Nigerians there in South Africa. Some of them, these people that are perpetrating these acts, I have a documentary on that said, Nigerians are not the one perpetrating most of the acts they are saying Nigerians are doing.
Crimes.
Yes. That there are other nations that just blame it on Nigeria.
We are more in number.
Yeah, why? Because of the hatred they have for Nigerians.
Yeah, we are more in number.
They are saying we've taken over the economy, we are taking over. That does not mean that they cannot strive. I had a conversation with a documentary about a lady. He said, he's a South African. He said, you are saying that these Nigerians should leave our country. Yeah. Nigerians are the ones, the good doctors we have. Yeah. Nigerians are the ones, they have these big shops. If you ask them to go, are you coming to work there? Are you qualified enough to do it? Most of these South Africans that are doing all this perpetration, they are not learned.
They are not educated.
They are not educated. They are illiterate. They are not like, oh, let's go and fight. Look, let's destroy these things, and they go. It's only when the police or the government, a reasonable government, stand your ground and say, no, don't do this to my citizen. Take a proactive action. Yeah. That's when they can start, they take you for who you are. I said before, Nigeria have lost her rights as the giant of Africa. We are not even second.
Okay, I must admit here that today's edition of 60 Minutes Nigeria is an abridged version. We'll just do our best to really pass the message. So your parting words now, Mr. Jimmy.
Well, I will advise the government of South Africa to disabuse our mind from the impression we have that the government is happy with what their citizens are doing. Okay. I say that because the police does not make arrests. Police is standing, South Africa, yeah. Police is standing at Kimbo. Yesterday or day before yesterday, about 87 Nigerians were arrested by Nigerian police for vandalizing ShopRite. Yeah. South African police don't do that. Let the government give us the impression that they don't want this violence to continue. Number two, they should get, these people who are not abreast with what it takes to run their affairs, all these illiterates, so to say.
Yeah.
I know some of them is not their fault. The dichotomy between the rich and the poor in South Africa is wider than what we have in Nigeria.
Okay.
Though apartheid is ended, the blacks are still not in control.
Okay.
So when they see their fellow blacks who are more intelligent, so to say, taking over their economy, they are unhappy. Instead of them to find out, how did you do this? So the government should do something and let us know that they don't want the violence to continue.
Thank you, Barrister Jimmy. Your parting words, Pastor Ewusa Omori.
Well, my advice to the Nigerian government is to insist for the compensation of Nigerians who have lost their businesses.
Yeah, but let me quickly cut in. Falana, SAN, has already advised the federal government to sue the South African government and ask for compensation. Okay, go on.
Yes, then number two, that the president of this country should sit down with the president of South Africa to iron out some gray areas that may not have been spoken about. Then our ambassador we have recalled should remain here until the government of South Africa take drastic actions against their citizens that have perpetrated all this evil.
Okay, thank you. Amos Arelogbe.
Yeah, my own is of two sides. First of all, we should embrace peace. And again, that the Nigerian government also should also take this as a warning sign or a signal to put our house in order. So that when such things, which we pray not to happen again, we'll have a home to accommodate these people that are coming back. And when things are okay in Nigeria, nobody wants to travel. Not everybody wants to seek refuge. Everybody wants to come and establish a business here in Nigeria. What are the basic amenities we need? Lights. All of that ones can come in place. Light and security. Yeah. If we can tackle just these two problems, Nigeria will be a safe haven. And again, the government of South Africa should be on their heads. What I mean is that they should be on their toes. Make sure these Nigerians are protected. Where the diplomatic ties we say we have? There's what they call diplomatic immunity.
Yeah.
Where are they? It has been broken already. Not until we put these things together, say, look, I'm holding you accountable for any of my citizens. Just like what he said. And you cannot kill an American, one, and say they will not retaliate. They will first of all retaliate before they start, okay, now let's come to the round table for discussion of peace. Though I'm not saying we should do that, through that line. Yeah. But one thing is that let us make sure we put our house in order and have things to do. So that when people say, I'm going back to my house, just like in the case of the prodigal son, who said, my father's house is better than this strange land I'm in. So let me go back home. Even if I can be a servant in my father's house, I'm okay. If we can have that mindset, if our leaders can put that thing in together for us, I mean, we can explode.
Thank you very much.
You should change the ambassador.
Yes, okay.
You should send another person there.
Okay, I think my guests have made very wonderful contribution to this topic, and I believe that the authorities will surely heed the advice of my guests. Time is not our friend on the program, especially today's edition, an abridged one, but I must tell you that the points have been made. We just look forward that what the federal government is putting in place will surely be fruitful so our Nigerians can be protected in the diaspora. Thanks for being a part of this week's edition. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and your contribution. Next week, hopefully, we'll have the time to look at other national issues. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.